Here in this lecture we are seeing suitability of deep learning for image classification. To begin with, we compare machine learning techniques and deep learning technique. This diagram shows the method for machine learning technique for image classification. Here car is an input image, and then is a feature extraction stage, then is a classification, then is the output. And when we come to deep learning, here is an input image, and here it is a combination of feature extraction and classification, then is the output. What we can observe here is feature extraction is a separate dedicated step in machine learning, whereas in deep learning feature extraction is automatically done with deep learning model along with the classification task. This is the beauty of deep learning. Feature extraction is generally a very complex process and it is automatically carried out by deep learning model. Convolutional neural networks are very popularly used for image classification. CNN is an artificial deep neural network. It has two parts. One is convolution layers, other is dense network. These convolution layers are meant for feature extraction and the dense network is for classification. Here we can see one part is convolution layer, which is for feature extraction in the image. Dense network is the one which does the classification. Put together it is CNN. We can see some of the applications of convolutional neural networks. It not only just does image classification, of course image classification is the first application, then CNN can also be used for object recognition. It can also be used for automatic captioning where the scene description is given and style transfer, and this is a image and its style can be transferred into different forms like this. Then generating an image from the sketch. This is an input sketch given and this is an image that can be generated using CNN. Convolutional neural networks in computer vision. Convolutional neural networks find its application is agriculture applications to analyze the crop images to determine their health and yield, and they are used in self-driving cars for object detection and classification from real-time video captured by the car cameras. CNNs are also used in surveillance system, identify crime, violence or theft in video footage in real time and alert security personnel. They also find applications in healthcare, or they are used for diagnosis of diseases like pneumonia, diabetes, breast cancer, etc. Now coming to typical CNN architecture layers. There are so many varieties of layers, but these are the fundamental layers. CNN architecture include convolutional layer, non-linearity layer, that is rectified linear unit. In short, it is known as ReLU activation. Then is the pooling layer. When we see the sequence of those layers, we can see here this is an input image, followed by that is a convolution layer, followed by that is a non-linearity layer, then is a pooling layer. So this combination of these layers can repeat again and again. Any number of such layers we can have in CNN architecture. Convolutional neural network for image classification. This shows the framework. This is the input image. And here we can see the first set convolution layer, ReLU, then pooling layer. Again we have one more set convolution, ReLU and pooling, one more convolution layer, ReLU, pooling, etc. Then finally here we have fully connected layer, and which does the classification along with the dense layer. The classification here from the input image, the category are flower, a cup, car or tree. So input image is a flower, it is going to give the output as a flower image. Any number of stages we can have. There are 4 stages in convolution layer. Each stage of convolution layer comprises of convolution layer, ReLU and pooling. These layers are followed by one or more number of fully connected layers. Convolution layer extracts features from input image. Pooling layer does the feature reduction, that is subsampling of the input image. Then connected layer does the fully connected layer acts as a classifier. This slide shows the convolution operation. Here is an image segment and here is a kernel, that is a filter which is used to convolve on this image, and here the convolution operation is shown here, that is the filter coefficients are multiplied with image segment intensity values. Then each pixel is replaced with the response of the filter. So what is the operation done in the resulting image? It depends upon the kernel that is being used. Filter or kernel is used for feature extraction through the convolution operation. Filter, also known as kernel, its coefficients are learnt during CNN model training. That means that in traditional image processing, the filter coefficients are predetermined. But in CNN, the coefficients are initially initialized with some random values and they take to a final values through the model training. And the coefficients of the final filter are such that they are able to extract the desired features from the image. This slide shows a padding operation, that is whenever convolution operation is done, the first row, last row, first column and last column, the pixels falling in these rows and columns will not have neighbor values, all the neighbor values. In that case, the neighbor values are padded with zeros or they are duplicated with that corresponding border values, that we call it as padding. So this diagram shows the padding operation. Here we can see this is a segment of the image 0, 2, 2, 2, 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, and here when the filter is coinciding with the first value, that is 0, it finds no values here, no neighbors here, so these neighbor places are padded with 0 values. Next is a stride value. In convolution operation, the kernel is moved from left to right, top to bottom. Each time either it is moved to left, right by one column or two column or three columns. By how many columns the filter is moved on the right, that is a stride value. If we move the filter on the right by one column value, then we call it as a stride value 1. Otherwise it is 2 or it is 3. So here we can see it is a single column value, so the stride value is 1. Here 2 columns values, the stride value is 2. Here 3 columns values, the stride is 3. This also goes as one of the parameters to CNN. Next is the working of ReLU layer. It is a rectified linear unit. ReLU replaces all negative pixel values by 0. That is, when the convolution operation is done on the image, the resulting intensity values, sometimes they will be negative values. But to represent intensity values of image, the intensity values cannot be negative values. So ReLU operation is performed on that. What ReLU does? ReLU will replace all negative values with 0 and positive values it will retain as it is. So this characteristic curve of ReLU, it shows that negative values will be set to 0 and positive values will be retained as it is. It is represented by expression f of x equals to 0 if x is less than 0. It is equals to x if x is greater than or equals to 0. Here is an example, a image segment. We can see this is a negative value -10. Likewise -110, -15, -10, these are the negative values, rest all are the positive values. When ReLU operation is applied on this, so we can see here all the negative values positions are replaced with 0, whereas the positive values 15, 35, 18, 100, 20, 23, 101, 75, 18, they are retained as it is. This is how ReLU works. There are Other activation functions, there are many activation functions. Some of them are given here, that is a step activation function, sigmoid, tanh and ReLU, and other, again there are lot many variants in ReLU also. What type of activation function is suitable for a particular application, that is determined experimentally. Next is a pooling layer. Pooling layer we have, as we know, pooling layer subsamples the image, that is it reduces the feature set of the image. How does it do? That we can understand by this example. Suppose these are the intensity values for a given image segment. We divide that into 4 parts, that is a window of elements 4. We take at a time. Then now we will see how pooling works. Max pooling takes the maximum value in this set, and this entire 4 pixels are represented by single pixel, that is a max pixel from this group, that is 20. And similarly in the next group, 0, 0 to 30, the max value is 30 value is picked up and that is put in the resulting image. Likewise for this segment, 112 is the maximum value, and for this 37 is the maximum value. Whenever pooling layer picks up maximum value, that process is called as max pooling. Likewise, if it takes average of these values, so take average of that and replace with the average value. For example, average of 34, 70, 112, 100 is 79, and here the average of 12, 28, 12, it is 13, and 30, 0, 2 and 0, it is 8. So if it replaces with the average value, then it is called as average pooling. Likewise, we can have different ways of combining these values. We can have min pooling, a lot many varieties in that, but this forms the fundamental types of pooling layers in convolution layer. So pooling reduces feature dimension, thus reduces the network parameters. Why at all we use pooling layer? Pooling layer is used to reduce number of network parameters, to reduce the computational complexity. Then is a flattening layer. Here it is a pooled feature map, and this is a 2-dimensional array. Flattening is a process of converting this 2-dimensional array into single-dimensional array. So we can see 1 1 0, 1 1 0, then 4 2 1, 4 2 1, then 0 2 1, 0 2 1. This is a flattening feature. Then this flattened 1D vector is fed to the classification layer, which does the classification process. So this is how the fully connected layer looks like. Here it is a dense network. Here fully connected layer parameters are fed into dense layer, and which does the classification. This is how, if we want to visualize the architecture of CNN, this is how it looks. This is an input image. We can specify many number of kernels. Using those kernels, the image is convolved and then it is subsampled, so it results into images. Those intermediate images, those images are fed once again to the next convolution layer. There the number of filters will be more. Again, these images are convolved with those filters and subsampled, and this will repeat, and this is a fully connected layer, and this is a classification result. Here the input image taken is a handwritten digit, so the classification possibilities are the digit could be 0, 1, likewise it can be 8 and 9. This is how the typical CNN network looks like.